Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's October 8th, 2016. It's being reported that two police officers were killed and another injured by a shooter that is at large in Palm Springs, California. Just last night, I was on the radio program The Chad Factor, and I was educating that audience about the ongoing shooting hoaxes in the media that are part of the Blue Lives Matter agenda. Blue Lives Matter is a bill that every state is looking at to militarize police, to give them higher powered weapons, more body armor, more armored vehicles, more police, more cameras, more surveillance. Louisiana is the only state that has passed this bill thus far. I'm going to show you this shooting is a definite hoax. Nobody has died. It is made up. It is by the numbers, and it is done by the gang of Freemasons who control our media, government, and police. What you're looking at right here are two Freemasons in the Palm Springs Police Department, which I will show you as we go on. Let's just begin by watching this police officer the piece of paper on his desk. In all of these shootings, it's just a bogus story. They give it to the police department. They have the police chief read out the given script. It is the authorities selling out the masses. These people paid for by the taxpayers, selling out those who pay for them. Check this out.
A female caller reported that her adult son was causing a disturbance at the residence. Upon arrival, three officers attempt to make contact with the male subject at the front door. The male refused to open the door and threatened to shoot the officers through the closed door. Approximately 10 minutes into this call for service, the first two officers arrived on scene. Approximately 10 minutes after the first two officers arrived on scene, a request for emergency assistance was broadcast, and they announced that shots had been fired. Three officers were injured in the gunfire. All three officers were transported to a local hospital. Two of the three officers are deceased.
So there it was, reading off the script. It's all a lie. Nobody's dead. Let me show you what's up here. There's a reason that they said two cops were killed. They just want to put the number two in the story. Remember, the Freemasons believe in order out of chaos. That's why they stage these shooting hoaxes, so that they can pass along their agenda. They're trying to convince the public that police are in danger. They need more body armor. They need more police. They got threats. And all these stories are the same. A mom calls because her son's acting up, and then it ends up being a killing. How many stories have been this way? The mother calls for help, turns into a shooting. 2 weeks ago, a guy's car broke down. That turned into a shooting. Anyway, two, the Freemasons believe in order out of chaos, divide and conquer. Two represents division. Two has gematria 58, like Freemasonry, like secret society, like Blue Lives Matter, the Freemason-sponsored police bill to militarize them. Blue Lives Matter in Pythagorean gematria, if you do the S exception, also sums to 67. One of the officers today has 67 named gematria, supposedly killed. The other 74, the number for Masonic and also killing. The date the Blue Lives Matter bill was signed was May 26, 2016, a date with 67 numerology in Louisiana. We're going to talk about what that date has to do with today's shooting, as well as the mayor of Palm Springs where this happened. The date the bill was signed, May 26th, the 147th day of this year because it's a leap year. A bill signed to militarize police. Police in gematria 147. Everything done for this agenda by the Freemasons is rolled out by the numbers and coded with gematria as I'm showing you. So today's date, October 8th, 2016, a date with 54 numerology. Palm Springs equals 54. Shooting in Palm Springs on a fitting date. Wait until we get to the mayor's name, which also equals 54, plus more. Palm Springs in gematria also sums to 144, making it a fitting city for a shooting hoax. Numbers often coded into these shootings are 44 and 144. Killer equals 144, time 144. Staged shooting hoaxes with reporting on death, killing by the numbers, overtime. When you write out 44, it sums to 144, just like when you write out April 4th, the date that's 4-4. Look at this. When you write out the word kill, it equals 44. Officer 44, sheriff 44, trooper 44, shooting 44. Numbers routinely coded into these false flag hoaxes for agenda. Palm Springs, California, where this happened, the full name sums to 106. That's the number of prophecy. The Freemasons work by the prophecy code. How many shootings have I decoded in just the last 2 weeks where all these same numbers are coded in? You know, it's always the same thing. Just talked about all these exact numbers last night on this radio show, The Chad Factor. You can check that out in my playlist. If you watch the video or the link to that radio interview, just fast forward to 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes, the recording of the audio wasn't right. From 30 minutes on, the audio quality's good. Talk about all this stuff last night. Blue Lives Matter, the numbers 58, 67, 106, everything I talked about last night. That's what I mean. You follow my work, you don't even have to pay attention for that long. The stories are going to roll up with the same numbers before you can even blink. So Palm Springs, it's down on the 33rd parallel, the 116th meridian. Again, false flag 33, police 33, race war 33, secrecy 33, masonry 33. They haven't said who the shooter is. Are they going to say he's, someone of color? They're really trying to fuel this race war. But then again, Blue Lives Matter is just trying to say there's more and more threats to police. So really they could say it's anyone. We'll see who they end up saying is the suspect. And in the real world, if you shoot 3 police officers, you're not going to get away. They're not going to have time to make a national news story about how you're on the loose. You'd already be caught. There's cameras everywhere. There's police everywhere. It's already a police state. They're just trying to put it over the top. So here's the guy who was reading off the piece of paper, standing next to his buddy who's doing his little Freemason pose, the way he's holding his wrist. Again, the Freemasons control the police departments. Look at this guy's name, Police Chief Brian Reyes, 223. Are you kidding me? It's always the same, right? Masonic 223, the Synagogue of Satan 223, the name given to the false Jews who are supposed to rule over the world in the end times. In this world, that's the Zionist Jews. They are the Freemasons. They control your government. They control your media. They control your police. Notice they made the clip that we were watching 58 seconds long. 58. Again, we just talked about 58. Freemasonry, Secret Society, 2, Blue Lives Matter. As I continue to say, they code the articles, they code the video lengths. These people are obsessed with their numerical code, and they put it all in front of our face, and by learning to recognize that code, you can see through the propaganda. So here they give the officers killed. They say killed were Jose Gilbert Vega and Leslie Zaribny. And does that even look like a real name? Some people have bizarre names, but in these shootings, they're always just names that are out there. Jose Gilbert Vega, 67, 76, just like blood sacrifice, just like Blue Lives Matter. Leslie Zaribny, 74, like Masonic, like killing. 3 officers shot near Cypress and Del Lago Road in Palm Springs. Cypress, sums to 33. Just another 33. They always got to code their 33s. Almost every time the street location's 33. They got this supposed witness, Georgie Eden. Georgie Eden. What's Georgie Eden equal? Oh, 67. Just had to code one more 67 for Freemasonry, Blue Lives Matter in there. Georgie Eden also has the same gematria as the road. And, I don't see exactly what the angle is here. Perhaps I'm missing something. But a lot of times when they do these shooting hoaxes, they try to sync them up with other things going on in the world. Right now it's baseball time. We talked about how Palm Springs equals 54. Today, the baseball playoffs are going on. Baseball equals 54. The big number on the baseball season this year is 94. The MLB season began on the 94th day of the year. If you write out 94 as a word, it has the same gematria as World Series. Could be a coincidence. They could just be coding that number also because it breaks down to 13 in numerology, just like 58, 67. They like their 13s as well. Anyhow, the mayor is Robert Moon. Robert Moon in gematria sums to 54, just like Palm Springs. The big way his name sums to 135. Of course, Robert alone's a 33 name. Here's why that's so great. From the date of the Blue Lives Matter bill, which was signed in Louisiana, which a lot of states are looking at, until today's shooting, October 8th, is 135 days. Just like his name, Robert Moon. Now here's the city participating in the Blue Lives Matter agenda by the numbers. Mayor's name even syncs up. And as I say, the mayors, the governors, in California it's Governor Moonbeam. Moonbeam. Jerry Brown, Moonbeam is 33. Should look at how it syncs up with his birthday today. But California, they just have so many because it's such a big state. Anyway, the key of David equals 135. That's something that's used to bring about prophecy. In Revelation, the book of prophecy, talked about how Palm Springs, California has the prophecy code. Don't be deceived, people. If it's in the media, it is a hoax. The mainstream media only reports on hoax and agenda. Nothing else. And it's always by the numbers. Until next time.